I think we finally have everything sorted out. This is our first like really huge, big marathon. There's going to be about 60 runs, which is crazy. So maybe if we can double check to make sure audio is all balanced, but from here on out, we should be pretty good. But thank you guys for all coming. And honestly, this is pretty crazy. I'm probably gonna cry. Like you could have done anything else today, but you decided to be here, so I appreciate that. Yeah, we'll get right into it. Tech issues hopefully won't be a thing. So I guess right before we start, thank you to anybody that's gonna run something this whole weekend. There's a lot of people that it should be pretty fun. Yeah, as I said, I guess there's like 59 runs. There's a couple that we lost along the way just because of real life and stuff. COVID is a thing for a couple of people. So, and in general, yeah, no, I look really forward to it. Okay. So, on a brief note too, huge thank you to Kat. She made all of this look really pretty. She did a really, really good job. And I guess a couple of notes on that too, in terms of donations. We didn't have any kind of like donation incentives. This just happened to be based in 2019. I went through some pretty traumatic stuff, which really sucked. We're doing better, but it was not a fun time for sure. So that's what this whole thing is centered around. Okay. But yeah, we'll get to it. Hopefully we'll figure out this stuff as we go along, but I won't waste too much time. We'll just jump right into it. And in terms of like donations, we didn't have like a host set up, so we won't necessarily, like read things. I might read stuff in between screen transitions, but it's just me and Kat doing the whole marathon this weekend. So we, yeah, we gotta balance it around there. But yeah, we're 7 minutes, I guess, starting. So we'll count down. I'll say 3, 2, 1, go, and I guess we can start. So I guess this is where we have a lot of faith in this timer system going on. So I don't have a timer actually. So we'll say 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Okay. So welcome again, everybody. I am very, 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 very thrilled to see all of the names here. It's pretty cool. This is Beardblade, if you've never seen it before. I chose to start the marathon off with this one because no real reason. This is a really cool platforming game. This was actually the first game that I really learned coming back from all of this stupid trauma stuff. So I guess there's kind of a little bit of sentimentalness there, but we have the record and we stole it from Birdman, so that's always cool. Kat has a time in this as well. What's up, Tinu? Take it. We have no alerts for sure. Otherwise, it would have been like a noise disaster. So it's gonna be pretty quiet and just focused on the games and stuff. So this guy is kind of an ass when he appears on screen. Screen. He has a lot to say, and unfortunately, you can't skip his text. He's like the only guy that just is really, really, really terrible. He's one of the only downsides to this entire run. And yes, stealing from Birdman is definitely pretty good. So the developer of this game was actually really cool. I ended up meeting him through this game, and he's a really nice guy. This game was actually like a two-person game, which kind of blows my mind. And it's really a passion project of theirs, which was really cool too. I don't think I ever made that jump before. Okay. I think we've emotionally stabilized a little bit. That's pretty stupid. This boss is pretty easy to quick kill. You just have to like wait here. And yeah, this is a really pretty game. In terms of like pixel art and stuff, I'm pretty sure like one guy did all of the pixel art, which is pretty insane in my brain. He did a really good job. So this is your first boss, or the remnants of the first boss. What's kind of funny about this guy is he's not completely free. See my belly button? What's up? Okay, we can raise the game audio. I can go like this. Tell me if that's a little bit better. And then Cat can adjust it if it's too horrible. We have no idea. The beard or the blade, it's like the sword or the pen. So. Alright, thank you for pointing out sound. Sound is like probably one of the most cursed things about like hosting a marathon. It is 100% the hardest thing to balance, I think. So yeah, entering this, this whole run is kind of weird because when we were first originally writing it, kind of like Birdman and I really wanted, I didn't take no for an answer, kind of a roll ability. And the roll ability really increases Branson. This bearded guy is named Branson in his movement. So it basically like doubles his movement, makes it very fast. He becomes basically kind of like a Sonic wannabe. And it is not, it's PC only on Steam. Like when I saw this originally, like I absolutely fell in love with the aesthetic. I was like, this is a super good one. So yeah, there's like this day and night cycle, and as I was saying, there's like a roll ability, which is pretty decent. So the problem with this game is Branson is very limited by money. You can see in like the kind of top left corner, he's got, I guess $140 right now. But the way that the game is set up, it's actually really cool because there's like a day and a night cycle that you don't normally explore in the speedrun. But the day and the night cycle in the game itself is actually pretty cool because they're not just kind of like palette swaps from each other. If you go into a stage at night, it's completely different than if it is during the day. So I guess like the intended way that you're supposed to kind of play this game is you go through the entire game, you know, like during the day, and then you go through it again at night and you play like completely different levels. And after you do that, you obviously have a lot of money with Branson, but because in the speedrun you basically skip 50% of the levels to save time, you're very poor. So Branson suffers a lot of money issues towards the end of the game. So at the very beginning when we first started it, we could only buy one power-up, which ensured kind of like 2 cycles and 1 cycles with some boss kills. And then we figured out a way to basically like use an exploit to gather money and buy the roll ability. So the roll ability is like $2,500 or something like that. And those goblins absolutely wreck you. They're the best snipers probably ever to exist in a video game. I've literally had like runs killed because they just shot like incredibly off screen. So the first few levels, this is like Branson's primary movement. he just kind of, he can run, so. And at the end of every level, there's like this little goblin guy, and you can't actually die to the goblin, which is kind of silly. And I guess we can talk about the story, which is, it's a cute story, but Branson has all his sheep stolen, so he's going around and he's getting back all these sheep that are like shoved into bags. So we have one more level, and then we have kind of like the exploit level. And we're not supposed to be up here. Why did I come up here? Whatever, we got to see that bat. I'm not gonna lie, we actually ended up contracting COVID on, I guess it would have been January 4th or so. And all of the stuff that I originally entered in this marathon, we didn't practice. I've been sick as fuck, so it was pretty bad. So there's gonna be some races coming up, like Vin with Bucky, and he's absolutely gonna destroy me. At some point, like here for example, I should have an extra health to do that damage boost. Ooh, okay. Yeah, lentil soup. That was some soup. I saw the mollusk liked it. I thought that was actually pretty funny on Twitter. There's some lentil soup defenders out there. I'm definitely not one of them, but it was a long and gross process. I do not recommend catching COVID. So yeah, we have a barbershop that we skipped. That's where we go when we buy all these like abilities. And this is the level that kind of has the exploit in it, because normally when you enter a door, the game kind of forces you to leave the door. So we come all the way down here, we open up this little present, which is kind of a weird design choice. I always thought this was kind of weird because you get like an actual ability, kind of like you have to buy in the shops. But you can actually enter and exit this door. So if we had any kind of donations to be read, this is like the most perfect time, but we didn't set that up. Okay. We can enjoy farm. But I want to get up to about $2,400 here, and this is the fastest way that you can kind of like farm money in this game. At least to get the roll ability. So we'll be here for at least a minute. The good thing though is at the very beginning, like when Bird and I were originally writing this, the run in its infancy stages actually started off, and there was a chest that you could open again, but you could like go through a door back then and you could reopen the chest. And it took about 9 minutes to farm the exact same amount of gold. So for one brief short period of time, the run actually started off, you played for like a minute because you were able to skip the tutorial back then. And then you would just farm money for like 9 straight minutes, and it was pretty rough actually. Like, I don't think anyone enjoyed that. But nobody really finished runs with that, thankfully. But even farming for 9 minutes and getting the roll ability, it was actually faster losing those 9 minutes with roll than it was to just run through the game normally. So like the roll is that good and increases his movement dramatically. What's up, Base Guy? Happy birthday. It is Base Guy's birthday in chat today. Just happens to be. So I'm actually gonna grab this coin one more time just to be absolutely safe. Okay, you bitch. Not you, Base Guy. Sorry. We're talking about the goblin. The goblin is a bitch, not you, base guy. Yeah, happy birthday, you bitch. You kind of messed that up. I'm sorry, base guy. Dude, it's like right off of Home Alone. It's making me think of like, keep the change, you filthy animal. There's like that machine gun going off as he orders pizza. So good. Okay, so. Alright. Rock, please! Okay. I have to wait on these cycles now because the rock fell. Yeah. That keister thing is so good. I'm not gonna plan to mute my COVID cough. Did anyone else catch COVID in this beautiful timeline that we live in? Okay, I have to take this menu super slow. This is where we buy our abilities. Okay, so I need to buy this one, because you only get one chance at this menu, and this one. Okay, we did the menu, we're out of here. That's a question for Kat. I don't know if you want to pop in and answer that, because I can't see the thing. But... Ah, I see, okay. I see, okay. You're a smartass. That's what you're doing. I was like, what? Do we actually have tech problems? Okay, it's because my chat name is Black. I get it. I get it now. That made me think. I'm sorry you caught it too, Finn. It's pretty shitty. I'm actually surprised, like, how bad it was. Like, it's basically like the normal flu, but what ended up sucking about it is there was, I guess, a couple of differences. So the first, at least for me, was like neck and back pain. There was like consistent, constant neck and back pain, and my back is actually still pretty sore. And I'm not used to kind of like physical stuff like that. And then the other thing was like pretty much every single time we coughed, or every single time I coughed rather, I'm stupid. It's this one. Like my head got really dizzy, so. And the only other thing was, the cough was shitty. It was like super dry and persistent. I still have it. Oh yeah, dang. Okay, we're on top of everything. Hey, Space Coast Gaming, welcome. Yeah, it was a really shitty experience, would not recommend. I'm actually really glad Sidetrack didn't get it. I'm actually glad other people didn't get it, not just Sidetrack. You know what I mean. If you're around a lot of people, Sidetrack. Yeah, maybe not. This is where like Fox News announces today or something that digitally it can be passed through sound. Just like coughing. Infect everyone here. It's gonna happen. So yeah, this guy is... This is the longest text cutscene in the entire game. He sucks. And he takes almost as long to talk to than the boss fight does. So that is the end of the first world. It's kind of actually a longer world. And then here's where we start to do a very short world. There's only 3 stages in this world. But you'll kind of see roll a little bit better and its capacity in terms of movement and stuff. And Branson's mobility picking up here. There is a crow that I forget about that I respect heavily in this game. So he will be on the next screen, and I forget how to deal with him. Yeah, my COVID-a-thon. Oh, that's crazy Mollusk. Okay. So crow, that's the crow we respect. So there is actually supposed to be like an eyeball that chases you in this stage, but you roll so fast, you kind of outroll him. So this like menacing music is supposed to be a chase sequence, but he just doesn't exist. I keep forgetting those platforms are solid. You're rolling. And all they do for the world. I don't know, man. Lentils were... They were lentils. Like, okay, so this is actually like the hardest stage in the speedrun. You can call Kat out a little bit. She died like... No! Oh, we didn't die! We didn't die like Kat. That was close. But she died like 9 times in her PB, so... Okay, we're safe still. Almost karma, but not. We're taking it incredibly safe. So the thing about this stage is the balloons are like pseudo random. Oh, we died like a fool. Oh, we died. But yeah, so the balloons are like pseudo random in this stage and how they populate. Sometimes they're just not there when you want to make a jump. But normally when you try to go through this stage without stopping on like every single balloon, it's pretty bad, but yeah, this is a pretty rough stage. This is probably easily... Oh, would you look at that? You know what? We might have died, but we didn't die 8 more times, see? We're okay right now. I can't remember if it's like her most recent PB, but like one of the best things in Kat's PB in this game is there's like a water section, which I'm probably gonna get screwed on because I forgot. And she got trapped in the maze for like 2 minutes. Oh shit. And she just like exited the stage and gave up. So her PB has some pretty good stuff in it. Okay. So there is a relatively stupid clip here. This is a little bit hard. I don't know the exact frame window on it, but the problem with this too is you can... Okay, we got it. You can hit your head on like those weird vines, so... And if you die, I guess there's a checkpoint right beside it, but still. That's one of the harder clips in the entire game. And it's actually kind of weird not having a timer, not knowing where I am, but I think it's around like 20 minutes or something. I don't remember. I really don't remember. Yeah. All of a sudden the stream gets cancelled, probably. That'll be fun. I mean, she has the power. She has all the power right now. Hey, Vigo. Appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. So this boss, casually, is probably one of the easiest. It's really weird from a development point of view, because she'll throw 5 axes like this, and then she'll throw a low axe. So... yeah, that's actually really true, Sidetron. So all of this stuff here is not random. This sequence where the items, or the whatever, the instructions kind of pop up, very Lion King-esque, not random. But what's kind of weird from a development point of view is one of these like Amazon chicks has a boomerang. And so this section is still not random. Actually, I'll wait, you'll see. So yeah, not random. We can control and manipulate this Amazon. But this section, get ready for it. This one right here, random. Whether she throws the boomerang right or left is completely random. So I'm not exactly sure why this is like a thing, but it's a thing. And then this is also not random. So always throw the mace 3 times like this. So I really like how the developer made that like one section random. Three, 4. I actually count the flagpoles to jump off this guy. I actually still don't have those animated emotes. It seems like everyone else on Twitch got them before me. Okay, so we're out of the second world. This is actually a pretty fast-paced game considering the length of it. I always forget what stage this is. Okay. So, Birdman in chat, he figured out a skip in this stage. And I really like the movement in this stage a lot, actually. It's really fun with the nets and stuff. But here's your Birdman skip. You can go like this, and you just skip like a huge chunk of this stage. Probably about 30 seconds or so. I had the follower ones almost the same time that they came out, but the animated ones haven't. It still says in queue or whatever. So this is our first kind of like day-night cycle skip. We're actually gonna exit this stage after we enter it, because the day version is like this massive auto-scroller that you can't skip and it takes forever. It's like a gondola auto-scroller or something like that, so you can just enter and exit. And I have to remember, there's a relatively kind of like new little skip thing that was found here too. That's not good. We're not supposed to hit our eyeball on that guy. Yeah, this little section here, there's like a little crawl space that nobody knew existed, and then the developer was like, hey, did you guys ever find this? It was actually when Kat and I were racing one day. He's like, there's a crawl space in this stage. Did you guys ever find it? And we're like, you know what? We did not. These snake things, actually I think this is like one of the hardest screens to actually properly one cycle. It is ridiculously stupid how perfect your movement needs to be to not get ambushed by like one of these snakes. So I was only able to beat all of these snakes like one time when it came to the cycles they're on. Probably eels, that would make more sense because they're water dwelling. You know what? Why can't they be both? So if we have an option to enter the barber, entering and exiting like that is faster than going into the stage and exiting. Funny enough, this entire stage here is all of Sneals. There you go. This entire world, sorry, is all better at nighttime. So we're constantly switching to nighttime in this one little world thing. Don't get stuck on one thing, man. So I guess the other thing to point out too is in this run, you actually get a lot of hearts. I think by the end of the game you get 10. But when I started routing it, I skipped all of them. And we'll call out Bird for being a bitch, Bird! Bird still grabs the safety heart. He runs the game with 4 hearts. Safety is being a bitch. There you go. So this is where probably instant karma is going to come back to. I have a horrible tendency to die on this stage. So this is the last stage. I think we just swap. Because again, the nighttime version is way better and faster. But I pretty much almost always die on this stage. I don't like it. So as long as we don't die, I'll consider this a victory. But this is probably one of the harder stages to just go through without dying and make all these platform cycles and stuff. I never feel comfortable with that weird guy. Same with this guy. It's really, really hard to like roll under this dude, but... Okay, so far so good. What the? Okay. That was not intentional. But we didn't die, so I'll take it. I don't think I had to wait there. I didn't. I don't think I had to wait there either. Okay. We did not die. Snowflame is a DC villain? Who's that guy? Okay, so this boss I think is probably one of the more fun ones. Speaking of weird shit, Cat found a soft lock on this boss. It's her one claim to fame when it comes to Beardblade. So this dude has a little bit of RNG. These like rocks that fall from the sky are very much random. They can appear like really close to him or really far away. And you have to like bring them right up to his face and throw them into his eyeballs. So yes, as Birdman said, he's like the best boss because he just doesn't talk. He just straight up fights you, there's no dialogue. He just wants to murder you. But I think he's really fun because there's a decent one cycle that we kind of figured out where you can one cycle all of his phases with the power up that you buy. So he's, I guess, like the first and true only one cycle. Because every other boss takes at least 2 cycles in this game with that amount of power. Do we get it? Ah, we did the thing. I like it. Okay. Ice cream powers. Oh yeah, I forget you can skip that one. Okay. So, did I enter? Yes, I did enter properly. So you have to enter this like kind of haunted house thing at nighttime. We go and we speak to, I don't know what it is. It's M-I-C-H-I. I don't know if this is Michi or Michi. Michi? I asked the developer like 100 questions. That was never one of them. So I don't know how to pronounce this cat's name. But he basically says that he's gonna steal all your hearts. So normally you have like 7 hearts here when you get here, and he takes you all the way down to 2. But when you have 3 hearts, I guess it's not that much of a loss. What's up, Corv? So luckily, I honestly think this is like one of the best. Okay, wait. I have to think of. Oh no, this is the worst stage. Sorry, this is one of the worst stages. The best stage comes after this one. This is legitimately one of the hardest stages in the run. So, okay, Blob. Ah, we died. We suck, man. That's 2 deaths already. Blob, please. So those blobs are actually very random. No, no! Okay. Everything is fine. Beautiful. Maybe she didn't. Oh, this doesn't cycle properly now. I have to wait. I forget death changes some of the cycles. Who likes that? That's the long platform wait. Okay. So the best stage, this whole world is kind of weird because this stage is, I would say, one of the hardest. It's literally followed by, in my opinion, the best stage in the entire game. How did that happen? And then it's followed by literally the worst stage in the entire game. There's like an RNG kind of like cemetery ghost, and it is the developer's pride and joy, but at the same time, I hate it. It's actually a terrible ghost. In the Discord, people were complaining about it. He's like, good! Okay, we're just gonna take the very slow way to get through here. What's up, Waffle? Oh, come on in. I did get a safety heart. Yes. After bitching about safety, we got a safety heart. I'm sorry. I'm a hypocrite. Okay, Catch 'em. This is the best music, the best stage in the entire game. I absolutely love this. I think this is like a very cool stage in terms of design. Best music by far. And it's home to like one of the weirdest tricks too, because there's like an actual 1 cycle on the next screen that's insanely difficult to pull off. Which I have not practiced in like months at this point, but we'll see if we can get it. But I'm thinking no, it's been way too long. Did we get it? Yo, dude, we got it! 1 cycle's free. That's like by far probably like the hardest, literally hardest in the entire game trick. Like, yeah. It was that power accent. Okay, so we can actually skip these kids' dialogues. We don't need to talk to them, we can just leave. It saves actually like 5 seconds every kid or so it's actually pretty decent. And now we go from literally the best stage in the game to, unfortunately, the worst. So this ghost can pull up a sign. It's a 50-50 chance. Sometimes it's red, sometimes it's green. If it's red, you just have to stop. But if you're in the middle of moving, when you get hit, or sorry, when the sign comes out, you literally get hit. So it's a pretty shitty time. We've had record runs where this ghost has pulled out that sign and stopped like 7 times. He's just absolutely horrible. I'm surprised I didn't get hit there. And yeah, he's complete RNG, so everybody likes him. See, you piece of shit ghost. Can you not do that? Wow! Alright, great job, skeleton. You can crawl like this, but it's again... No! Ghost! What are you doing, man? So, we're going to grab this after we bitched a Birdman twice about safety. Because this ghost is that terrible. What's up, lad? Whoa, we're going the wrong way. See, luckily we have a safety heart there, so we're okay. Okay, please just leave. Thank you. This last section isn't too bad, because the amount of time the ghost stays on the screen is pretty low. And we're done. So we go back to here. There's like kids that attack us again. You want one kid in particular, all the other kids are kind of shitty in comparison. And we came during the wrong day. We have to come at nighttime, otherwise that door's closed. So now we come back in here. Wait. I'm almost tempted to grab the heart after this battle. So this boss is complete RNG, it's got like 5 different patterns as well. And you actually want this kid, because he allows you for a true T-cycle. Because no matter what pattern you get here, well, as long as you don't die anyway, as long as he does another attack, he'll die. So if you don't have the first pattern, like that sandbagging thing, either in the first 2 phases, you can't T-cycle. Or T-cycle becomes very, very, very difficult. That's okay. Do I grab that heart? No. After all that I've grabbed. See, it scares me Beardblade is going bad, but next up is hard mode Bucky, which is gonna be even worse, because COVID, I didn't practice that at all. Like, there's no way that I could practice with COVID. So I'm thinking all of a sudden we're gonna be like 74 minutes behind schedule. Alright, this is the last world. This is where I really need to think, because yeah, the rest of the 3 days, that's what's gonna be. So it's like literally like a 13-hour Bucky stream. Okay, this is where Cat got stuck, and I have to think really hard about how to do this, because there was a very precise way to get out of this maze, and I don't remember it at all. Remember, please don't fail at me. We go... Oh, we go right, yeah, okay. So far, so good. We go here. Alright, I think we're escaping. Alright. Now we just have to hold down, I think. Do we hold down here? Alright, man, we're out of here. Okay. Okay. This is a legitimate concern. I haven't done this maze in like months at this point. So, we're free. That's all that matters. I did remember. Brain didn't fail me. There was a legit chance we could have been stuck there for like 30 minutes. And actually, I barely remember this part too. I'm probably gonna die on this stage. Because there's these weird piece of shit dudes that... Okay, that's just a fake... Okay, so that pylon was actually a pylon. I thought it was an enemy. But turns out that pylon was just a pylon. Come on, man, hurry! What are you doing? Why are you being so slow? Normally he like aggroes and chases you, but he took his sweet ass time. Okay. So they actually changed this section, the developers. No, okay. See, this is where I'm confused. Okay. They changed this section. There's more to that story, I promise. I just suck at thinking. Is it here? Okay, okay! Dude, brilliant is 2 for 2. If you remembered. Okay, so anyway, I was gonna say they actually changed like the entire section of this level, like the layout and everything. So the last time that I really ran it, I think in the record it was like pre-change. So how this looks in my brain and how I remember it compared to what they changed it to is like completely different. This was like one of the levels that they completely overhauled for some reason. It might be an enemy. Yes, this is true. So you only get like one shot, otherwise you have to go into like this water of shame down here. So it's actually kind of important you don't miss these little flowers. There's no roof in the ceiling. Okay. That was not cool. So luckily you don't need health on this stage, but I still want health on this stage. I don't know why I stopped. Why did I get auto roll there? We're just taking the scenic route, man. There's no reason why I should have cancelled auto roll that early. Okay, so entering here is almost the second last boss. It's the next stage, but health is like super important in the next stage, and this is where I would consider grabbing like a safety heart, because I don't remember that section either, which is pretty shitty. Yes. There's 2 stages left after here now. No mouse room percent. That was when Bird and I raced this. In theory, the mouse room might still be like the fastest room, but we can take this route. This is adequately fast anyway, but I cannot take a hit here at all. There is actually, the developer added a developer skip, literally for us weird speedrunners, based on this room alone. So in the past, there was kind of like this platform right here, and it took forever to go through. But he added this little platform where we can skip this auto-scrolling section faster anyway. But I'm probably gonna die here. That's tight. Okay, I think we made it. We did. But yeah, you can skip this section, and the developer literally just added that because this was the one section that was super slow. And he is a friend of the speedrunners, but at the same time, he is an enemy of the speedrunners because he patched out a lot of cool stuff that helped us. But he also added a lot of cool things that also helped us. So he's very much a two-sided sword there. And sure, I don't know how that happened. Wow, dude, how did we do that? Hey, what's up, Radio? Welcome. Well, apparently we wanted to go down there and check out that thing again. He has a sword. Yes. I love that slow claps a lot. No, it's possible. If you skip through all of the cycles, the mouse stream has potential to be faster. But you'd have to be constantly ahead of the mouse, like off screen as it's like cycling. So this guy is really dumb. His name is Orzo, which is very close, by the way, to Horza. So there might be a coincidence there. Both are pretty dumb people, if you ask me. But he has no RNG on the first section. And the second section is literally the worst RNG in the entire game. And then the third section, there's no RNG. So it's a very stupid sequence of phases. So yeah, this phase is like the worst part. You're supposed to hit these like blocks into him, but as far as we know, he can just block them whenever he feels like it. So there's nothing that you can do. The way that the blocks appear are also random, and he can just volley them back whenever he feels like it. So he's the best. Literally the best, man. You see? Do you see? Okay, we got him. What's up, Zorilla? And now we're back to no RNG. So you'll always do this wave attack, jump twice, and then another wave attack, jump twice, and then we're gonna be out of here. So the final boss is next. There's actually kind of a funny clip. I was watching some guy stream this casually, like extremely casually. It was his first time playing. He read this line right here. He said, "Well done. With Orzo defeated, nothing can stand in our way." And he literally yelled out, "We're gonna get betrayed." So what happens right after this is we get betrayed. This guy that's been our friend the entire time, he is the end boss in reality. So the end boss is very much RNG. I think he's got like 5 different attacks or something. And time will be on the last hit. I'm sorry. I guess you guys are here for the lore, right? He's basically saying he's gonna kill you now. He wasn't our friend after all. And don't worry, that sheep, he survives. He looks he looks in rough shape right now, but he survives. Immersion rate. Look, I'm sorry. So he takes 7 hits with the double power up. And there's a way to 2 cycle him, but it's very, very difficult. So 3 cycles is kind of average here, which we're not gonna get because that just happened. So you really want him to use like this weird scissor attack. And timing will probably be here. Oh, one more. So this is the scissor attack you want him to use at the beginning of the match. And his hands stay active much longer than the other attacks after you dodge all these scissors. Because you can hit him about 4 times, and that's time. But you can hit him about 4 times off the scissor attack. So that is Beardblade. 50.55, I mean, that's okay. Because we lead into Bucky, and that's going to be terrible. So yeah, I guess we'll go right into Bucky, so you can take me away, Kat. You don't need to watch the credits.